I do not say this lightly for what I'm about to say about this series. This is by far my favorite from this anime season. This is going to be hard to top. For what it demonstrated in this first episode of Black Bullet is going to be freaking crazy insane to top for what it did. So let's get into what this episode did. Why do I think this is one of the best anime of this season? For one thing, when you have a freaking start off with some badass music with freaking that opening song. Oh my god, the opening song. Do I even need to get into that opening song? The opening song is so freaking awesome. Favorite opening of this anime season. Downright, that is my favorite opening because I love the music and the way that freaking vibes of badassery was in that opening. It showcases all the freaking characters, what we should expect. So, now that I got past the opening, the animation, oh my, the animation is crisp, beautiful, fluid. Probably one of the best animation quality of this anime season I have seen, just because of the way the quality was. It was so freaking crazy good quality. I don't know if it's because this is the first episode they wanted to pour their budget into the first episode of Black Bullet. I don't know, but the quality of the animation was definitely there, and I definitely will say the animation was just so badass. It complemented every freaking scene. So, I want to tell you that. The animation was very consistent. So, let's go on to the freaking original soundtrack. The beautiful soundtrack makes me just want to drool. From the amazing epic sauce I heard when we saw epic fighting scenes, to creepy moments, to tension build up, to character development, to freaking ending, all around, the music was spot on and demonstrated the atmosphere that this series is trying to display. So what atmosphere is this series trying to display? What is Black Bullet trying to do? It pretty much is where humanity is forced to almost extinction. It's not an original plot. We've seen this a lot. Yes, like Attack on Titan. But what makes it so badass is that humanity is getting this virus called gastria, and it gets in their bloodstream to where they turn into these giant bug creatures that will go on a rampage and kill anyone, and it spreads through bodily fluids, blood, I'm guessing, and it also can get inside pregnant mothers and infect the children. This is a badass setup. The way the plot was set up, the way it introduces the world aspects of the series was damn good job, and they even had some CGI moments in this episode right at the beginning when we get to see the flying freaking moth creature, the gastria, just crash into the freaking ground. That was a CGI, and the CGI looked really badass. That was really nice, good CGI work the animation studio decided to do for Black Bullet. So now that I get past that, let's talk about this. Gastria. What is a gastria? So far, we don't know exactly where they come from. We know it's a virus. A virus that's getting inside of people and turning them into, like I said, bugs. Giant freaking bugs, and it looks like they can turn them into any different type of bug. It doesn't matter what kind of bug. There's different stages and classes. As we saw from this episode, we saw a regular civilian get turned into a gastria that was like a jumping spider, and what we saw our main character Rentaro say was that he was a stage 1 jumping spider. So most likely there's different levels and stages that will go higher up that will probably make someone stronger, probably bring out more powers of whatever the gastrias can do. But I'm really entertained to find out more about where this virus came from. Where did it lead from? Is it a man-made virus? Is it a virus from space? What exactly is this virus? And what is this ferranium? I mean, that freaking metal they found and is blocking off the gastria. What kind of metal is that? Is that also from space? Is that man-made type metal? What exactly type of metal is that? There's a lot of questions this episode brings up that makes me curious to find out more about this world. And when an anime's first episode, its introductory episode, makes me bring up Fury's thoughts and wants me to know more about whatever this world is, that means it did a damn good job of introducing its actual atmosphere of how this anime should do. I feel like this anime is going to be fucking epic. That is literally the words I can say about this anime. So let's continue on with discussing it. I love the fucking main villain. That main villain introduction, they introduce, I'm guessing, the main villain on the first episode. In under 5 minutes, we see a badass freaking clown face mask, reminding me of Darker Than Black. When you ever see a character with a freaking mask that has a freaking twisted evil smile, you better freaking watch out, because that dude is going to stab you in the back. And when it concretes that villain, when you see our main character Rentaro going all badass mode with some fluid animation about to fight him, and when he's just blocking him like he's nothing, and then you see like freaking officers like police force come in, and you just see the freaking dude just shoot behind him like a badass. I was like, oh my god, just Oh, I gotta calm down. This was a freaking amazing episode. I love everything it set up, to the main villain, to the characters, to the freaking backstory, even the freaking cute little lollies. Oh my god, the cute little lollies. The little lollies. Yes, they're the key to saving the world. We find out that these cursed children are the key to saving the world, and that most likely they are the only way to stop the Gastria virus from spreading to all of humanity. So let's get on to these cursed children. These cursed children, as I stated earlier on in the review, is pretty much from when pregnant mothers get infected by the Gastria virus, the children get infected, but it seems like they don't turn 100% like instantly. They pretty much will stay in their human form until up to 50% when it takes over their body, and as we know what we saw in this episode, they'll turn into a giant bug. So what we can see here is what was stated at the end of this episode is that all cursed children will eventually turn into 100% Gastria, where they'll turn into a bug creature. So, pretty much, they're destined to die. They're destined to die by this virus. But they have a slow corrosive inside of them where the actual virus is rewriting someone's DNA. So, these cursed children will eventually die from this virus. It'll just take a longer time than it does to normal people. So, this is also an interesting factor. So, our main female character, Inju, most likely is going to die at the end of this series and probably turn into a giant bug and force our main male character, Rentaro, to bring her down. And see, look at this. I'm already bringing up theories of what most likely to happen. When a first episode can do this, it's freaking awesome. I recommend this series to a lot of people that love action, beautiful animation, good storytelling. The writing of this is already freaking badass, and loves plot elements that make humanity almost go completely extinct and their backs are against the wall like Attack on Titan. I love the setup. I cannot express this any freaking more. Now, I'll tell you, this so far is my anime of the season, in my opinion. I don't know if anything's going to be able to top it. I mean, the only real good anime that I know of so far that could possibly top this series is Mahoka and freaking No Game, No Life. That is the only two series I think that can most likely surpass Black Bullet, in my opinion. I don't know, I haven't seen all the series this season, but from what I saw, this series definitely holds up to being a badass series that I recommend to everybody. I really freaking do. It reminds me a lot of Darker Than Black, and that is a good thing. It's a very good thing. So everybody, tell me your thoughts on the first episode of Black Bullet. Did you enjoy this episode? What do you feel about this setup? Do you feel like this is going to be the anime of the season? Did it not make you have, like, your spine tense up? You're like, holy shit, this is badass. When you saw everything going on the screen, what'd you feel about that freaking masked character that's supposedly the villain and wants to destroy the entire world? And he's bossing our main character with just one fist and then shoots cops behind him with a freaking gun. Tell me your thoughts on that, everybody. Let me know. I want to hear everybody's opinions on Black Bullet. Do you think this anime is epic? Everybody, I love you so much. Chibi out.